Hello, God bless you. Thank you for watching. This is part two to It All Begins with Conception. I found a few more things that I wanted to add into a video, just some confirmations and some other things that I thought would be of interest. So as you know before, I compared conception. I had asked the Lord in a prayer while driving my car. I was just kind of talking out loud, actually. I was like, well, if we have all these birth pains, and we have the woman giving birth, and as pains travail upon a woman, so they will be, so shall it be on the day of the Lord, etc. There's different verses in the Bible that support all this. And the Lord spoke to me and said, I asked him, I was like, well, if tribulations in like a woman giving birth, then was there ever a conception? And he spoke to me and said, yes, and you did actually study this. And it was Comet Ison back in November with the hybrid solar eclipse. Anyway, so I'd encourage you to watch part one, but just throwing some pictures up here. That's conception, and then we have Comet Ison going around the sun. The parts of the sun contain a nucleus, same as the comet has a nucleus, as the cells do, the egg and the sperm cell. So just there was a lot of similarities, and I wanted to kind of dig for more. Well, what I found was pretty amazing. So let me show you this. This is a chart from Lou Vega, and a lot of people look at his stuff, and he does some very amazing work. But what I saw in here was that Comet Ison's tail was 186,000 miles and 186 and 400,000 miles long. And this number I wanted to look at, and what I found was absolutely amazing. So you have in Numbers, the tribe of Judah was numbered, and I'm going to go to that Bible verse. And it says here, this is Numbers 2:9. All that were numbered in the camp of Judah were 100,000, 600, and 6,400 throughout their armies. This is the same exact amount as the length of that comet. So Judah, alright, and if we know the tribe of Judah, and I'm going to go to an article here online that kind of sums it up very well. We know that Judah always was to the east when they set up in the camp, towards the sun. And even the name, Comet I, Sun. Alright? Just a lot of similarities. It's for you to pray over. It's for you to, seek the Lord with. But I'm just bringing these out. So this tail is the same exact number as the number in the tribe of Judah. So I'm going to go to that article. It actually sums up a lot of stuff really well. So let's go there. I wanted to first draw my attention to this. This is the speed of light. Okay, the speed of light right here is 186,000 miles per second. Now, could they be slightly off? And then the 400? I think so. Could be. Now, what's interesting is Chuck Missler. If you've ever listened to Chuck Missler, he talks about in his Genesis series. All you got to do is just Google or YouTube search Chuck Missler, M-I-S-S-L-E-R, Genesis. And he talks about just some amazing things that the Bible shows us that most people don't catch. He was a scientist. I believe he was a scientist. He was a rocket engineer or something. He was a Naval Academy grad, just a very smart man. And he knows a lot of very intellectual scientists and people. And one of the professors / scientists that he knows was thinking about the speed of light. This guy happened to be a Christian. And the Lord, and he was like, the speed of light is a constant, and he was thinking out loud, and the Lord spoke to him and said, whoever said that the speed of light was constant? So in other words, Chuck Missler makes a claim that the speed of light has been slowing down over the many, many, many thousands of years. So, with that in mind, and it goes back to the theory of what I believe is this world is on a giant time clock. God is, when He created everything, He set everything in motion, and it's on a giant clock. And when his time is done, and when the story is over, when his creation is done, then he will take his people, and there will be a short cleansing period of 7 years that the Bible speaks of, and after that he'll make a new heaven and a new earth. But anyway, that's another topic. But the scientist concluded that he believes that the speed of light has been slowing down. So something to think about, just another bit of information. This is an article right here, and it's from www.spiritofthescripture.com. Okay, and all I did to find this was just Google 186.4 light and God, and this is what popped up. And it's just a blog, and this is kind of where I saw everything initially. And it makes the connection about Judah and God and light. And it numbers right here, just the verse we just went over, all the numbered in the camp of Judah were, and he goes on to say the above wording is just a fancy way of saying the number's 186.4. So what's so special about the scripture, and more importantly that number? Did you notice anything particular interesting about it and the kind of physics? And he has it down here. Wiki's got it at 186,000. He has scientists of today calculate the exact number of the speed of light in a vacuum to be 186,282. Then the Bible's writers got it pretty close. No coincidence. Of course, I don't believe in coincidence at this point. Then he goes on to say, every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the ensign of the Father's house. Far off the tabernacle and the congregation shall they pitch, and on the east side towards the rising of the sun shall they of the standard of the camp of Judah pitch. So they were always on the east, on the face the east towards the rising sun. So Judah's permanent place was always towards the light. And then there's, he brings up some other scriptures of light, and just right here, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with the healing in his wings. Malachi 4:2. Now, one thing I've always noticed is Scripture is endless. And this is where Satan has put division in the church, is because some person will read this one way, and that's that. That's their way, and that's what that means. Scripture is timeless. It goes throughout the whole. I mean, for example, the 7 churches, those weren't just 7 churches back then. Those are 7 churches of today. They've always been. So every person in the world falls into one of those categories. But anyway, I have a feeling this could be talking about the comet Ison as well. When this thing came around, there was also a lot of things happened during this time. I know Bond's blog, if you haven't seen her blog, just type in Bond's blog and she brings up a message on the 3rd of November, which was the same day of the hybrid solar eclipse. Let me pull it up. So this is Bond's blog. Now, she posted it on the 7th. I'm not sure if she got it on the 3rd or not, but it's pretty close. And this is the last entry of her blog. Now, she has an entry saying that she's added a new tab to her page, so that's a newer entry. But this is talks about the 3 days of darkness, the earthquake coming, and everything that's to follow. And that was her last messages. And if you look over here, she's had messages since 2010, all the way through. So we could this, I believe this could be talking about Comet Ison, giving us the healing in his wings. When that came out, we have a much better understanding of things to come. A lot of people are seeing different things, numbers, visions, dreams, and we know the time is short. All right, so anyway, just some verses here. God is light. I mean, most of us know this, but I'm not going to scroll through all of this and read it, but very interesting write-up here. And when I saw this, I wanted to look at it a little bit deeper. So I started trying to put connections with the number 1864 and 186 for 186,400. I didn't find a lot, but just some things that jumped out at me. And a lot of people have been seeing repeating numbers. I know I have in my dreams, and you can see or waking up at different times at 2:22, 4:44. I just happened to glance at this on April 22nd. "In God We Trust" was placed on all the coins minted in the United States. It also was the year of the Civil War when it started. So, Satan is trying to turn, obviously, this into something for him. He turned the United States against itself in one of the bloodiest wars ever in history, started during this year. Now, back when I was doing the Comet ISON research, I saw a very disturbing. The Comet ISON, when it passed around the sun, was through the window of Scorpio. And I'm going to pull up a picture of that and show you what it looked like. So if you haven't done your history, Satan represents himself in different constellations, and God does this, of course, to show us things to come. This is Scorpio here. Scorpio is the one that will bruise the heel but is easily crushed. Alright? And inside of this constellation, you had Comet ISON, which even in this program is kind of a reddish, pinkish color. So just keep that in mind, and the sun is a yellow. Keep that in mind. I got something else to show you. Alright, so Comet ISON, either you can say it went around the sun and came out. I don't think so. I think it either burnt up by the sun or impacted the sun. Whatever your belief is. It's no longer here. We do know that. Its debris might be, but that's it. Anyway, ISON, when it went around the sun, was obviously in the constellation Scorpio. Now, something that came up that was very interesting at this point in time was a video by Lady Gaga called Venus. And this is from that video. This is a screen capture from that video. And I thought it was very, very strange picture. And it's even purple and the color of the sun. Now, I'm going to pull up the lyrics to this song. And when I pull up the lyrics and show them to you, you're going to see quite a bit of prophetic word. Okay, so I'm just going to read a few of them. The first one, rocket number 9, take off to the planet. Alright, and then it goes on. Let's blast off to a new dimension. Goddess of love, let's see, that's not what I'm looking for. There was another one I was looking for. Take me to your leader. Out of this world. Galaxy, space, and time. I wonder if this could be love. This could be love. So it's a mockery from Satan, obviously. I mean, if that number is... And I tried looking for 186.4 and love, the number of love, just different things. I couldn't find anything, but obviously we know. This is a satanic way of mocking the comet that came around. This is Satan's way of mocking it. So, worship to the land, act sleazy, have an oyster baby. I mean, so yeah. Don't you know my ass is famous? I mean, this is Satan's mockery of love. Perfect example of what he did. It's exactly what he did when this comet came around. So, and then you can look at, there's different pictures here, the scorpion, I mean, different things from the album cover itself. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you there. So anyway, God bless you and thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you a few things that I found associated with more of Comet ISON. I'm going to close with a confirmation I got when I started doing this study a long time ago, and I'll leave it with that. God bless you guys.
The fall feast, we had Comet ISON, ended up in the constellation of Scorpio. So what's interesting is today, which is the 12th, yesterday I made that video, is I believe I got a confirmation from the Lord about the video. And where I'm at isn't important. However, when I was at lunch today, someone told me to look up. When I looked up, I saw this. And I couldn't believe it.
Trident.
But very interesting to say the least. When I saw that, I was kind of flabbergasted. Anyway, don't know if it's confirmation. We got a star up there, and I really probably shouldn't be doing this, but I felt like the Lord wanted me to put this out, so I'm gonna put it out there. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.